All right, everyone. Welcome back after all these years. Here is another episode of the American M8s podcast. We have here myself, Sam, Mason, Ethan, and Joey. So today, talking about a few things. We're going to get started off here with the weekend review. If somebody just wants to lead the way with what they thought about this weekend's matches.
All right. So one big thing I noticed was Bayern beating Mönchengladbach 3-0. Shout out Rafa Guerreiro with a goal and an assist. They're
Go.
kind of just dominating their league right now after that. That makes them 8-0 in the league. Um really no stopping them right now, and Mönchengladbach is on the opposite end of that spectrum right now.
Yeah,
Chelsea
they're horrible.
Chelsea losing to Sunderland too. That was another one that caught my eye cuz they're just kind of all over the place right now. Very inconsistent. Big wins, big losses, back to back to back. Kind of hard to find their footing right now. So yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that game too. I feel like Chelsea's main problem over the last few years is just like I don't know if you guys watched the game, but when teams sit in a low block,
Yeah, that
they
low block's the
just
killer.
they
Can't
just
break it
cannot
down.
figure it out, and we're just lacking creativity and like in games like that. I just feel like you need like a guy like
Yeah.
Cole Palmer who could just play in between the lines, and we just lack that
How
right
long
now.
is Cole Palmer out for? How long is he out
I
for?
think he's coming back in December because it was like
Oh,
Yeah, I
came
think
back
it's
for a
something
little
like
bit,
that.
and then I remember a
you
couple
guys
weeks
are
ago I
fucked.
saw I think it said 6 to 8 weeks.
they look
Mhm.
they look really flat without him. It's kind of bad how much they rely
Yeah.
on him. I feel like without Cole Palmer, Chelsea are kind of nothing, which is horrible when you really think about all
Yeah.
the transfers they've had in, all the players they have right now. I mean, they just won the Club World Cup, so you have such high expectations. Then they're like losing to Sunderland, losing to Brighton, lost to Man U, tying Brentford, tying Palace. But then they beat Liverpool somehow in the middle of all that, so it's just like, where do they even stand right now?
I feel like a lot of the Premier League teams are just inconsistent. Like even Man City, like they fell at the beginning of the season. They started winning a few games, and they just lose to Aston Villa again. It's just like every team
Yeah,
is
no,
just
it's
win loss win loss.
uh it does
I
seem
honestly
like
think
that besides Arsenal.
Yeah,
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 Arsenal's the only
Arsenal
Arsenal
team,
is
like, bang on in form.
yeah, literally.
yeah.
They're winning the gritty
are the
games
one of
right
the only
now.
teams that just have a lot of depth. Like they can sub in guys that are just
Are you saying Arsenal, Joey, or no? I think you froze.
I think we lost Joey for a second, but I think he was talking about Arsenal.
Yeah. Mason, any other games this weekend that caught your attention?
Um, well, I did kind of notice it kind of is like form as well as games, but Liverpool and Man U have like swapped form the last month. Like Man
I
U's
know.
3-0 in their last 3. United Strand might be getting a haircut soon. And Liverpool are 0-4 in their last 4. They lost to Brentford this weekend, lost to Palace in the cup. Man U beat Brighton this weekend, and they're just kind of rolling right now. So, uh, that was one thing that stood out to me as well. Liverpool's actually below Man U, which if you said that a few weeks ago, no one probably would have seen that coming. Um,
Yeah, no, I
yeah.
I I think that was one of the talking points I was going to bring up. Like Liverpool just look awful. Like
yeah,
Yeah, I
defensively, it's just not what it's been in the past years. Like I feel like back then, like Virgil van Dijk, you could tell he had like a sense of like organization and like the defense just seemed like things were working out better. And like to think that Trent left and the defense looks worse, it's like I mean, I don't know. Trent, I know you guys used to give him a lot of shit, but like
yeah.
they look worse without him. Like the whole team looks way worse. The
yeah.
new signings just aren't meshing well right now. Like
I thought Milos
it's just
Kerkez
like
was
they're
the
getting
best left back in the world before he joined Liverpool, and
Yeah.
now he's just
I think it's
doesn't.
just his tactics, though. His tactics,
Yeah,
like, he wants the fullbacks to bomb forward, and, like, if you see, like, a heat map of where they stand majority of the game, they're in the attacking third. It's like
right.
and then, like, they're countered so easily because they only have 2 back there, so it's
And then also Van Dyke is not up to speed anymore. He's like
yeah, Van
he
Dijk's
doesn't.
getting up there.
Konate Konate is supposed to
Dude,
be, in his prime. He's like
I
25,
know.
almost 26, should be in his prime, and he looks like he's getting worse too
I,
each week.
I know. I was gonna bring that up. I don't know if you guys watched the game versus Brentford, but on the second
Yeah.
goal when Kevin Schad scored,
Yes,
Konate
yeah.
just gave up on the play.
Yeah,
He
he
just
gave
runs
up,
back
yeah.
and he just
Yeah.
stops running.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't
Van
know.
Dyke, I keep
And like,
seeing clips and videos of him running away from guys while he's defending. I'm like, dude, what's going on back there right now?
he's trying to protect that stat that he never used to get dribbled by.
Yeah, right, literally.
But
Out,
yeah, no, honestly, like I know none of us are Liverpool fans. This is honestly like I don't mind seeing this because I think after last season, like it just seemed like Arne Slot came in, ran the show, and like it is nice to see him get a little bit humbled and like
Yeah.
I know they'll be good. These guys eventually it'll click, but like I am gonna enjoy it while
Yeah.
it's here.
definitely.
Supposed to show you the Premier League ain't easy.
True.
No,
Very,
it's not.
very
It's
crazy
not.
league. I'd say the other elephant in the room game that stood out to me too this weekend, obviously sad to say it, but El Clasico was like probably the talk of the town this week, especially with Lamine
Yeah.
I saw
Yamal.
that game's actually really good.
Where is
Yeah.
he? Where is he, Mason?
You know, I'm gonna touch upon that later in the episode actually, but there is more to say about him. But he
He's
was
hiding.
he
He's
was
hiding.
humbled this weekend. I'm glad though to see the talking and the beef is back. I have to censor that
Yeah.
in post production, but I'm glad to see
Good.
that it's back
Good.
because
Yeah.
I feel like rivalries and passion is what makes soccer. So I'm glad to see them getting in each other's faces and stuff. I kind of love it, even though my Barca lost. I'm happy to see that at least. But Jude always does well in the Classicos. Obviously, last year they didn't really have their luck, but he's been pretty decisive in like a lot of the ones he's played in. So that's really impressive.
He's a big game player.
He
I mean,
is.
we saw it like 2 summers ago, or yeah, I mean, in 2024 at the Euros, like
Oh yeah,
I mean, when he pulled off a bicycle kick against Iceland, like I don't know, like
dude, that was crazy.
he's always there.
Yeah.
Like the moment does not phase him.
This year
Yeah.
too, Mbappe is just fucking tearing it
Yeah.
up as well, dude. He's been,
He's
He wants
flying.
that Ballon d'Or, man. He
dude.
wants that
He's
He
Ballon
does,
d'Or.
yeah.
got 11 goals and 2 assists in 10 games this year in the league. So, including a goal in the Classico this weekend. So, he's just ripping through it right now.
You said he has
Would have had
11 goals in the league.
Yeah, in 10 games.
Damn, guy.
would
That's
have
more
had
than
two
Lamine
in the
had all
El
last season. The
Clasico.
Ballon d'Or is locked.
2 assists, dude. Literally.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
that. Go ahead, Joe.
what's crazy in that Real Madrid game. I actually think Vinicius Jr. was the best player on the field. He was
I thought so too.
destroying their defense every single
Mhm.
time. Like
That's
Yeah,
true.
no,
they just did
I
so
thought so
heavily
too,
against
and
them.
like I kind of understood why he was mad. I wish he didn't react that way because
Yeah,
you don't want to see that, but
but
I can see
I
why he
did.
was pissed.
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't know.
speaking of which, the Barca defense where it needs to be this year, I feel like that's kind of their biggest weakness right now, holding them back.
Yeah,
They're just allowing a lot of goals and not really solid.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Kubarsi has fallen off a little bit. It
A-
seems like they wanted him to be the main man, and it's like it almost seems like Inigo Martinez last year was like a huge help to him.
Dude, yeah. It is kind of that way. I feel like he's still young. He's going to develop and he's very
yeah.
promising, but right now he's just
No, for sure.
Is
They're
Chesney
shaky
still the
right now.
goallie? Or is
Right
it Ter
now,
Right
yeah,
now,
Stegen now?
yeah,
the
Ter
other
Stegen's
goalie's
hurt
hurt.
still.
yeah. And then their starter has been that other guy Garcia
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Oh
Ter
yeah.
Stegen kind of he fell out. The guy they sent from Espanyol over the summer,
Did they not
a
let go of Ter
decent, but
Stegen? I thought they got rid of
no,
him.
Yeah, he's
No,
still
I
he's
there.
think he's
hurt.
still there.
Jesus.
I think he's unregistered because they had to register someone
Oh yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
him. Something maybe Rashford or someone like that.
Yeah.
They've been rotating in a lot of like young guys this year too, like 17, 18,
Yeah.
19-year-olds.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
love seeing the
They're
academy
always
get
good at
chances.
developing the
So
youth and stuff.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm waiting for Mark Burnell to get his chance.
Mm.
He's a Busquets regen. Towards ACL
Or
last year
yeah,
though.
tore his ACL last year.
Mhm. Does anybody else have any other like games from this weekend that they wanted to bring up, or we touched on the big ones?
No.
I was just gonna add one thing. My Benfica had a nice 5-0 win. We're not playing good, but trending in the right direction, so I will take it. It was election day. There was a lot of noise on the outside, so I'm happy for the boys pulling out that win. A couple penalties here and there, 5-0. It's
Yeah,
okay.
just a couple.
Yeah, just a couple.
Good win. Good win.
All right, so after taking a look at the weekend review, the next topic I think we're just going to go into is the early season surprises. So, just any teams or players that are performing above or below expectations. I can start with this one. I had obviously like the main ones like Sunderland. I mean, coming straight from the championship
Yeah.
into the Prem and like they're top four right now and like just they play well. They have a good coach, so they definitely stand out to me. In the Portuguese league, I had Moreirense and Gil Vicente. I think both their head coaches are next up.
I had Gil
Gil
Vicente
Vicente
as
plays
well.
very well. Moreirense almost stole points from Port. And the Moreirense coach last year he got Alverca promoted from the second division to the first. And the year before that he got Union Leiria promoted from the third to the second. And now this is his third job with Moreirense, and he's got him in sixth. So he's only
How
36
old is
years
this
old.
guy? Oh,
36.
36?
To
Yeah,
add
he's
to
been
Gil
coaching for a
Vicente,
while.
because that was kind of one of my big surprises this year too. They had 8 wins total in the league last year, and they already have 6 through 9 games. So they've really turned it around, and they had their 2 losses this year were to Porto and Benfica, and they were both competitive games. They arguably were the better team against Benfica
Yeah,
during
they
the
were.
game,
They were
honestly.
better.
So they've been really good. Moreirense have been unlucky with their results. So I feel like they've been really good too, but Gil Vicente's actually like
Mhm.
getting the results as well. So kind of a crazy turnaround.
I know. One last thing I wanted to touch on. I one player that's just been performing below expectations as a Benfica fan. I thought Richard Rios was going to come in and dominate the same way that Enzo Fernandez did, but unfortunately, it has not been that so far. He actually, we're filming this on Wednesday. We did just beat Tondela in the League Cup. He did have a good assist, but if we paid 30 million for him, I don't want him just assisting against Tondela. So hopefully things turn around, but it has been a little bit underwhelming up to this point.
Fair. I feel while we're on the topic of Portuguese soccer, Santa Clara and Guimarães have both kind of underwhelmed me this year. I thought Santa Clara was going to go on a run in the Conference League, and then they bummed out in the qualifiers against Shamrock Rovers, which was like a huge upset. And Guimarães went on. They did well in the Conference League. They didn't go on a run really in the knockouts, but they finished undefeated in the group stage, and they've kind of fallen off. They've just looked not good this year. They're in like 11th right now, I think. Not doing too good. But Sporting, I'm actually surprised at how well they're doing. I thought losing Gyökeres and Amorim, they were going to really fall off, but other than the one loss to Porto, they've been really good in the league, and they've been probably arguably the best team European competition out of Portugal this year. So
Because we got the Gyökeres region. Luis Suarez is, when he first came, I was like, oh, I don't know about this guy, but now this guy is getting his feet. He's dominating. Back to goal, just turn, shoot, bang. Port is on form. We missed Porto last year. Trincão is in form.
Yeah.
Giovanni Kenda for the first time, actually using him. But
Kenda's on fire right
Is
now.
Luis,
Yeah, no.
is Luis Suarez better than Gyökeres?
no, Luis Suarez has not been a Gyökeres.
I had
Something else. Yeah, go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
I had Borussia Mönchengladbach as surprising that they're last
hmm
place and they haven't won a
I
game.
actually had
They have a
that too.
lot of similar players that they've had for the past 4 or 5 seasons. Obviously, they felt fallen off, but they were definitely not nowhere near the bottom. But
I know. I cannot believe
crazy.
they're in last
I
place.
think a lot of their players are going to leave. A lot of their better
hmm
players. Probably Joe Scally's probably going to leave.
hmm
Florian Nyhouse probably going to leave.
hmm
But
Gio
You
Reyna's
still
there now
play for
too.
Borussia Mönchengladbach?
yeah,
Jesus.
Dude, I gotta check to see if Lars Stindl is still in the midfield over there.
it
That's
was
a
like 40,
name
10
I
years
haven't heard
ago.
in a second. Honestly, too, one of my
Yeah, wow, they don't even. Go ahead.
My fault. One of my big surprises that was like back to the Prem a little bit was Semenyo and Bournemouth, honestly. Like, I knew Semenyo was going to be good, and you saw flashes of it last season. I've had him on FPL since week 1, but he's just been like really consistently good. He has 6 goals and 3 assists in 9 games. He had 2 against Liverpool, and he's got Bournemouth sitting second as kind of like their main guy right now. 5 wins, 3 draws, and a loss in the league. Big win against Tottenham, big tie against Newcastle. I feel like that's really surprised me because I didn't really expect Bournemouth to be much because I feel like they sold some guys too, and I just didn't really have high expectations this year.
Yeah,
They
no,
sold their back
I
line.
agree with that. I
Their
know.
whole back line was gone.
But dude, their new back line looks amazing.
Yeah,
They have
Trufair
that guy,
is actually like really good.
Trufair.
Yeah.
Senesi's been good. Senesi's in my FPL. He's a DEFCON machine. They have that guy, Diatate, and then they have a 18-year-old from Serbia, the center back. He just played this weekend. I forgot his name, but
Yeah, I forgot his
he
name
looked
too.
good. And then I cannot believe that they're still keeping this up. I wonder if Ariola is going to get like what his next job is going to be.
I've heard Man City actually.
That'd be an interesting one.
I do wonder how he would do there. I mean, he's another Spanish guy, so I could see them going down that route.
I hope he stays. I want to see another, club come up. But I know it's tough with money nowadays and stuff like that. But
I know. It would be cool to see him stay.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see if he stays, if Semenyo stays. I can't stand watching Semenyo anymore. I mean, personally, I think he's nasty, but like it's too late for me to add him to FPL, and I'm just hate watching him every week. So I can't stand it anymore. Every time I check FOTMOB, it's like, oh, my guy got subbed out in the 60th minute, and Semenyo got another assist. So
proud Semenyo
you gotta
FPL
add
owner.
El Karoupi. El Karoupi's been cooking.
I know, yeah, they got El Krupi now too.
Dude, I feel like he's been like I checked, he has like 3 goals. I feel like he has way more. Like I feel like he's been scoring so many more goals. He's another one that just kind of came out of nowhere.
I know, yeah. He had a good season in League 2 last year. I think it was for Lorient.
Yeah.
He had like
Yeah.
over 20 goals or around that, and then they signed
Yeah.
him. And one thing I feel like I've been noticing with that is I feel like more guys in like second division leagues get overlooked, and they can
Yeah.
do it in the top divisions.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that like if you put them in a better league or surrounded by better players, they will like step up and
Mhm.
what
Yeah,
happens.
he's taking his chances. I mean, who knows when Evan Nielsen comes back, he might still have that spot.
Yeah, probably I could see that.
Yeah.
Because Evan Nielsen got hurt last season, and when they were playing Ouattara up top for a while, and even when Evan Nielsen came back, they still stuck with Ouattara for a little bit, and then put him back in.
That was a weird transfer for me. I don't know, like Ouattara going to Brentford. It just caught me by surprise.
Yeah, that
like,
was kind of odd.
he had a good season
Yeah.
last year. Like, I'm surprised they were that. Like, I'm surprised Brentford went for him, and then I'm surprised that Bournemouth was like okay with letting him go. Because
Yeah.
last year he was good, but they
Yeah,
How
a
much
lot
was
of
it for?
clubs.
Wasn't it for like 40 million or
40
something like that?
Yeah, 40,
Yeah,
45
well, if
I'm
you're
pretty
throwing
sure,
if you're
yeah.
throwing 40 million at that guy, they probably paid like peanuts for him. So
Yeah, no,
A lot of
that's true.
a lot of clubs like that, like Brighton, Bournemouth, because they have their scouting network set up. They already know they have a replacement, so they'll be like, "Yep, take them," and sign somebody for 10
Yeah.
million. And
He had a good game this weekend against Bournemouth. Or I'm sorry,
Yeah.
against Liverpool. hmm
Yeah.
And then they got that guy, the Italian right back, Coyote, chucking in long throws from like
Oh, that guy's good.
midfield.
I am
I wish
so
I
sick
wanted Man
of the
United to
long
sign him, actually.
throws.
Dude,
I'm
long
sick
throws are
of the
coming
long.
back.
I am sick of the long throws. I'm sick of it.
No,
Take
it's
him out
good
of
when
the
the bad
game.
teams do it. It's good when the bad teams do it.
No,
When the good
dude.
teams do it, it's like, why are you doing that?
Oh, dude. I'm sick of it because it's always Chelsea that concedes a long throw. It's like, dude, just
Hey,
clear the ball out.
we could be scoring them, but for some reason Rory Delap told Liam Delap to not become good at long throws. I remember reading that somewhere, so it's Rory Delap's fault.
Yeah, I think I seen that somewhere too.
We also finally got Liam Delap back today from injury, and he proceeded to get sent off. So he's out for this weekend's game against Tottenham.
The proper English
And
forward right there.
But
Dude,
how do you
Stuck
come
in
on
there.
with
is,
30
yeah.
minutes? How do you come on with 30 minutes and get a red card? Like, come on.
I don't know. I think he did the same. I think he got the red card against Palmeiras on his second game in the Club World Cup. That's why João Pedro had to start the semifinal
No,
or
I'm
Oh
saying
something. I
yeah,
like
don't
no,
know.
I'm just saying like
yeah,
this
yeah.
this game. He came off the bench and he got fucking 2 yellows in 30
No, I
minutes.
know.
Especially
It's
as a
crazy.
forward, what are you doing? Who are you
It's
fouling?
nuts. It's
He's
crazy.
like Diego Costa.
He's just in
just
there to
go
cause chaos.
smash people
Yeah,
around in the
yeah.
box.
Does anybody else have any players or teams that they wanted to share above or below
Um,
expectations?
I
I
feel
have one.
I'll let
Above
Ethan go first.
expectations is definitely Strasbourg.
Yeah.
I know it's Chelsea's given them a lot of players. Feel like they've made a big jump. Like recently they tied PSG 3-3. I didn't think that was even possible in the French league. I know they lost this week to Lyon from a screamer, but I
Mhm.
think they've been playing well. Diego Moreira looks like the best left back in the world right now.
I hate the way he went out at Benfica because he was supposed to be next up, but he's cooking. And bro, they throw him all over the pitch.
Yeah.
He plays wing back one week, 10 the other. Dude, he's good. And I don't know if you guys have been keeping up, but that Argentinian striker
Yes,
that they got,
he's nasty. Panicilli
Yo
is
Yo
nasty.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Panachile. Another
I saw.
one from the Spanish second division, and now he's tearing
Yeah.
up Ligue 1. But yeah, no, Strasbourg, dude. The we'll get into that later when we do our league predictions. But Ligue 1's close this year, and
Yeah.
Yeah, really close.
we'll touch on it in a little bit. But was there any other above or below expectations anybody wanted to mention?
I'm kind of gonna touch upon it later when we go into our segment about league winners, but my own team, Port, have kind of had an insane turnaround. They were horrible last year, and then bunch of new signings. Farioli at the wheel. They've been dominant in the league. Their defense has done a 180. They went from like having an atrocious defense to allowing one goal from open play so far this year. One own goal as well, so technically two. But yeah, a lot of turnarounds, big wins in the Europa League, big wins in the league. Overall, being contenders after such a horrible season last year, it kind of surprised me. I expected to be better, but I didn't expect to be like great.
Still couldn't beat Benfica though.
True, and I'll talk
Hard
about
to
that
bust Benfica,
when I get to my Liga
guy.
Portugal predictions.
Yeah. So with that being said, we can move on to the next segment here. We got the title race predictions. So who's actually built for it? I mean, we're only in the end of October, beginning of November here, so seasons are still early. We're going to be predicting Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Ligue 1, and the Portuguese League. Um, we can get started for the Premier League. I think we'll just take it league by league here and go on. If anybody wants to share theirs first, and then I'll chime in.
I think obviously Arsenal are the front runners. They have the best team in the league. They have the most depth in the league. And I don't know. I don't really see any other team catching up. But they could fall. I think my team, Man United, has a chance if we keep continuing. But I think we're again a team kind of like Chelsea, where if one of our star players go down, we don't have. Oh, gotta block that out. But we don't have, like we don't have any chance if Mbomo goes down, Cunha, Bruno Fernandes. Like we don't have any chance if those guys go down. I could see Crystal Palace or Bournemouth also. I think they have actually good squads that like compete regularly. But like, and Man City is there too. But like, I think Liverpool is kind of in the mud right now. And we kind of saw last year, like Man City went through a thing where they literally lost like 12 games in a row in all competitions. And yeah, they came back, but the highest they finished was like fourth or third or something like that. So that's what I think.
Yeah, kind of talking about that too. I mean, for me, it's Arsenal. I think they have the best defense I think the Premier League has seen since maybe Chelsea back in the day. And
Yeah,
you don't watch Arsenal and you're like, oh, they're playing great, but they get
Yeah.
results. They
Right.
they get results. They
they
don't
get the
play
win.
beautiful, but they're getting wins right now, and it feels like this project has been going on with Arteta for years. Like it's bound to work
Yeah.
one year. I mean, who
Like,
knows? It's Arsenal;
Yeah.
they might still bottle it, but
right.
I don't know.
Even their like bench players and depth players have been good. Like Mosquera's been really good when he goes in. Gyökeres hasn't been great, but it's like the goals are kind of just spreading around the team. They're really good with the set pieces.
Yeah.
And even their midfield, their defense is obviously really solid, but like even their attack and their midfield, like right now, Noni, Gabby Jesus, Havertz, and Odegaard are all hurt, and they're still top of the league, still doing well. They've got Trossard, they've got Saka. Like there's just so many options for them to play people.
Dude,
It seems hard to
what did they
stop them.
sign Christian? What did they sign Christian Norgard for?
For
Go
vibes,
in the FA Cup when
The
they
depth,
need
man.
to.
To go in the box
Yeah,
on a corner kick.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm sick of these pointless signings, bro. He's another Danny Drinkwater.
I want Gyökeres to figure it out to legitimize the Portuguese league a little bit, because now it's
Yes,
like
He doesn't even
it,
get that much
it reflects
service.
bad on us.
He doesn't get that much service. They're like Martinelli. Martinelli's playing better because he is scoring goals, but like still, Martinelli like doesn't really cross in the ball that much. Trossard is really the only one that crosses the ball into him. So
True.
He'd honestly be better off playing every week with a guy like Madueke, who's like
Right, yeah.
providing that, beating guys one on one
Madueke's
and
another
providing
one.
service.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that's his, like in Sporting that was never his game. Like he was always the furthest one forward. He was the one taking the ball down. Now
But
Mhm.
he's gotta play a
he's playing against a
completely
low
different
block
way.
every week. There's no space to run into now because he's
Right.
playing against a low block every week. He's standing in the box for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I
You
understand
know,
that, but also the team is not built around for him to like score goals like he used to. Like if
Yeah.
he was in Manchester United, he'd be like he always was. But it's a different team,
Yeah.
different setup.
Yeah.
my thing is like he did play low blocks in Portugal, but
Yeah,
it did seem like a lot of his goals came from counterattacks. But like you watch
yeah,
the game, and it's like it almost felt like any time the team was not in a low block and they took a chance going forward, Gyökeres
yeah,
punished them the other way,
Yeah.
and it just
Always
doesn't
found
happen
that
that easily
space.
for him.
Always
yeah.
got like a
Yeah.
good one-on-one, or somehow just got
Mhm.
open in space.
It's also
Yeah,
the
no,
fitness level too. The defenders in the
mhm.
Premier League are way not
Yeah,
way
just way
faster, but
more.
they're definitely
They're just way more
faster.
fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
used to I mean, look at the same thing happened with I know they're different forwards, but like Timo Werner, who's really fast, or anybody who's really fast, you see them come to the Premier League, and it's like they're not just sprinting by people because they have better positioning, better
Mhm.
fitness levels.
Salah's like the only one somehow that he just still blasts by people.
I know.
Even that, I don't know. I
Uh,
feel like he's just strong on the ball.
he
Like
is.
Salah
He's a
doesn't.
very good like dribbler too.
Yeah,
Cuts in a lot and
yeah.
stuff. Also,
Mhm.
tracking back to the whole like title picture, um,
Mhm.
kind of helps Arsenal's case that like all the other teams are so inconsistent, right? City,
Oh
Chelsea,
yeah.
Liverpool, United, they're all like up down, up down. Tottenham's been kind of sneaky good, but like still like I don't know.
Yeah,
Tottenham being Tottenham, I just don't buy it.
yeah. I think deep down
Tottenham,
inside they're gonna
Tottenham
bottle it
will win a
somehow. They're
game.
gonna hit a
Yeah.
lull. Well, they just lost today to Newcastle in the cup, so maybe that's the Kickstarter of their
Yeah,
dip
Yeah.
in form.
something about it.
I know.
I still kind of believe in like Man U because I believe in Amorim, and
Yeah.
Chelsea.
I
It's
do
like
too.
Chelsea, I think it's too far gone for Chelsea.
I
I
don't
think
know,
we've
man.
just
I don't
dropped too
feel
many
it.
points. If somehow magically we like when Cole Palmer comes back, we pick up form, I could see it, but for me,
I know. I think.
I think it's Arsenal. They
Yeah.
just win in the gritty games. They do what you have to do. If you score a goal, park it. Like
Uh,
it's not like terrible, but I mean they're not playing like the best soccer you've ever seen. You're not playing like Manchester City or Liverpool, but they're just getting it done. I think that's where they kind of separate themselves from the rest.
Yeah, I do think. I think the thing with Chelsea too this year is like I think the second Colwill went down, it seems like we're
Yeah,
just playing with a
that was a
different back
bad one.
four every game, and like guys aren't really building those partnerships at this point. I think there's just a lot of rotation going on with the Chelsea team, and I think it's gonna bite us in the ass at the end of the day.
But I feel like we know which center back should be playing, but he just doesn't play them. But also the
Yeah.
substitutions he's been doing the strangest substitutions I've ever seen. Like they
I
just
also
don't
don't
make
know
any
Yeah.
why
sense.
he is very not to get too much into Chelsea rant here, but let Estevam start. Like like play him in the 10. Like please just let him play. Every time he plays, like something happens. And like I know he's young and it's gonna take time, but like he shows those like moments of brilliance where it's like he needs to play to grow. You know what I mean?
But that's probably where he thrives. Like whenever sub him in 70th minute, that left back's tired, and you're just having this guy run at you all day. That's probably I mean, like when he came on against Sunderland, I thought he was brilliant. Every time he's
Yeah.
come on, he's been brilliant. But
He has, yeah, I know. And Pedro Neto has been playing well, so it's tough
yeah.
to put him on the bench. He actually has an end product this year. But
Mhm.
moving on for the Prem because we could talk about it for hours. On to La Liga here, I can start. I think honestly this year it's obvious. It's Real
Yeah.
Madrid's year. I think
Real Madrid.
Mbappe is just finally woken up. Xabi Alonso has him playing well, and I think Barca. Honestly, it's not that anything's going wrong. I just think injuries are killing them this year.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I think it's the
it's
opposite of what happened to Real Madrid last year. Real Madrid had to play games with their whole back line different, so
Mhm.
you know,
It
just
happens.
what
It's
the,
happened.
the
part
early
of the game.
Clasico win definitely a big boost too, and it's like
Hmm.
yeah, just the injuries that it's hard too. They won the treble last year. It's like you can't just keep winning every year. You're gonna get tired. You're gonna get a little sloppy. Hopefully they do better in the UCL this year. That's kind of my hope is just focus on that, try to reestablish it. But I feel like it's definitely a Madrid year.
Yeah.
Barca still in there though. They're better than people make it seem. I know everyone's kind of turning on Lamine Yamal because of all the crap talking he's done and things he says and how cocky he is, but I was kind of combing through some stuff before we filmed and I realized that he only hasn't scored in 2 games or let me correct that. Only hasn't got a goal contribution 2 games out of 10 this year. He's actually been consistently really good. It's just the big games. It was PSG and Madrid, so it's like say he's kind of disappearing in the big games, but they've been doing
Yeah.
all right in the league. Just those
Pocketed
he did get pocketed
by
again.
Nunez and Carreras.
Dude, Nuno Mendes on.
Yeah, I could talk about him
Yeah,
for hours.
that could be a whole segment of itself one day, but he's an unreal player.
Um, are we all in it agree here that it's Real Madrid?
Yeah. Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I
It's Real
I like
Madrid's
to
year.
believe. I like to believe, but yeah, it
It's still early. You never know.
never know.
On to the next league here, Serie A. If anybody wants to let us know their favorite this year so far.
Uh,
This is a tough one for me, honestly. Like Roma, surprisingly, have looked pretty good with Gasparini at the wheel. Whatever he did at Atalanta seems to be working there. And I don't know how they're doing it with Ferguson and Dovbeck, but it's working. Napoli, another one. McTominay looks like Maradona. Couldn't do it at United,
Dude.
but hey.
yeah,
He did it at
uh,
United. He just wasn't good. He just wasn't good enough. It wasn't at the level.
it could be another year for Inter, but again, Inter have been dropping points.
I feel like every team is
But
dropping points. Like Napoli had the
yeah,
chance to go. Napoli had the chance to go 6 points or like 7 points clear of second place, and they lost, and then they tie. It's like
yeah,
honestly, one of the
the teams are
closer
just getting
races
up.
this year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
yeah.
AC Milan only
No,
has
I did
one
for sure.
loss, and it's like they have a few ties, but
yeah,
first to fifth right now is like 5 point, really close. I'm not too tapped into Syria. I'm not gonna pretend to be, but I am surprised
yeah,
that how good Rome has been. I feel like Napoli's got a solid team, so they definitely could run it for Scudetto. But I
yeah.
like to believe it would be AC Milan this year. I have a soft spot in my heart for them because they were always a good team when we were younger, and they got Rafa.
Mhm.
But yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd say Napoli, and not just because they're in first. I just feel like they've got a
Yeah.
solid team.
Yeah, my pick this year is Napoli again. I think they just got a really good squad for Serie A. De Bruyne is in there now, and like they've been doing this all year without Lukaku, who's been out with injury, and he was brilliant for them last year. McTominay is still playing well. They got Hoyland. They just got a very good team. They got a good coach, Conte, who's just a winner. One thing I will add, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Atalanta is still undefeated. However, they are in ninth place with 2 wins and seven ties.
I was about to say, I was like,
That's
Yeah,
actually kind of insane.
I every time I check because I mean I don't pay too much attention to Serie A, but if I did have a team, it would be Atalanta, and I do keep up with them as much as possible. And like every week, they just tie. So,
Yeah.
what about you, Joey? What do you think this year for Serie A?
yeah, kind of like anybody at this point. I feel like I would want AC Milan as I like them too, but I think it could be anybody right now. Too early to call.
Mhm. Sounds good. On to the next league here. We have the Bundesliga. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I just think
Yeah.
Bayern is
Yeah, it's gonna be
they're
Bayern.
killing it.
Yeah,
Harry Kane's making a Ballon d'Or push. Like they're playing really well. I don't see anybody else winning.
Their whole front three
I
is
think
just
Bayern are
dominant
another
this
team
year.
that's like I think they're one. If they start getting injuries, I think they'll start slipping. But maybe that
Mhm.
gap will be too big by the time they do get injuries. But
Like
Yeah.
Leipzig are in second and they beat them 6-0. Like it's
Yeah,
just they're just so dominant right now. It's
just
hard to see anyone else.
Hmm.
I,
Harry Kane's
I
just
saw
Harry
tearing it
Kane,
up right
Luis
now.
Diaz, Jamal. I think Jamal Musiala's coming back now.
Olise's been doing
already
well
I know.
too.
Yeah,
got his leg snapped in
Olise.
half. So
Yeah, he's
he's
coming
already
back. Yes. And then that academy player that's been playing Leonard Carl, he's
Carl,
bagged this weekend.
Leonard
Dude,
Carl is yeah.
Yeah.
he's bagged in the last two games. He bagged in Champions League too.
Yeah.
Real. Are we all
Yeah.
Yeah,
agreeing here
I
that
think
we
we're
got
all in
Bayern
agreement
Say
on.
again?
Bayern.
We're all in agreement for Bayern Munich.
I think we know who wins
All right,
that one.
not much to talk about there. On to the next here. A bit of an interesting one for myself. It's Ligue 1 here. I'll start off with this just because it's a hot take that's not my hot take for this week, but PSG obviously coming off the season that they had last year, finally getting it done in the Champions League and everything. I
Mhm.
think that sometimes just creates same thing you kind of saw with Man City after winning the treble. Like it is tough to just repeat that and have that motivation. I also think PSG this year has been a little unlucky also with injuries, kind of like Barca.
Mm.
Ligue 1 is the closest it's been in a very, very long time. In my opinion, I do think Marseille is actually going to win Ligue 1 this year. I think those fans are the best in France. I think they have a really good team, and I do think that they are the only team that can consistently keep up with Ligue 1. Mind you, they dropped points today, but so did PSG.
Mhm.
Like PSG is just proving that they're vulnerable this year. And I do think PSG always struggles when they go play in Marseille. So I think
Yeah.
that's a good team that has a shot this year. And there's other teams, but I think my pick is Marseille.
I like it. I like that pick.
Mhm.
I feel like I I could see Marseille. Strasbourg, it's like they're really overperforming right now, but I feel like it's gonna be hard to like consistently keep that
Yeah.
form till the end. So
Mhm.
I feel like they'll be up there. They'll probably fight for Champions League, probably get into Champions League, but outside of that, I feel like I don't see them really contending. Marseille's a good shout, but at the end of the day, if I'm putting money on it, I'm probably still rocking with PSG just because they've got such world class players, really good team. They're all always in form for the most part. They've been really good. So that's probably my pick.
I feel like for PSG, they're in, if they like, I mean, if they're playing some like a bad team in the league, I feel like they heavily rotate the squad. I mean, that's what I noticed. Like looking at like some of the like Melulu is playing way more. I feel like in the Champions League, Melulu wouldn't like normally play. And then, but yeah, I think Marseille is probably the only team that can probably compete with them. I mean, maybe Monaco, but I feel like I don't know Monaco. Like I feel like they seem to have the players that can compete. I feel like at some point they always fall off.
Mhm. Is Pogba back yet or no?
No.
Okay,
No,
So
no.
I think he's back
I've
in
been
training.
I
checking
wonder.
every single day.
Yeah, it always says like
Just
not
lack of
fit yet
fitness.
or whatever. Yeah, lack of fitness. That's what it says. I'm interested to see what he'll do. There's still a player in there on his day. Paul on his day,
Yeah,
Pogba.
Paul on his
especially in the
day,
French
yeah.
league.
I would have had more
What about
belief
you,
in
Joey?
Leon, but eh,
Feel like
Yeah,
too much
Leon's another good
turmoil
show.
just happened in Leon.
yeah,
I think
Too
Leon
much
exactly.
could do
stuff
it.
with the owner.
I don't know. I think Leon could do it. They have a good team, but I think PSG now they're entering a phase where like even their rotated squad is like their rotated squad beat Barcelona, and it's like if th-
That's
if
true.
they can bring in you know young guys like Mayulu and that I forgot who the other forward what his name was,
And
and then
I think.
Warren Zaire-Emery is coming too. It's coming back. It's like when you have bench players in and you're still winning games, that's a good sign. So I think PSG
Mhm.
will end up winning the league.
Yeah, I
Still could be
definitely
in
wouldn't be
some.
shocked by it, but that's
Yeah.
just what I think. I think they're gonna get a little too comfortable, and I think Marseille might sneak it
Mm.
by them this year. Moving on to the last league here for our title predictions. We're going to the Portuguese league. Um, I'm a Benfica fan. I don't know how many people know that on here or that will be viewing, but this year I do think Porto. It is their year. I think after the horrible year that they had last year, Andre Villas-Boas really put in time to get the good players and bring in a new head coach who is just really having them play good football. Froholt has been probably the best player in the league this year, unfortunately, because they were linked with Rios and we got stuck with him. But yeah, I think for this year, I think it's Porto.
I
Agree.
think Porto are playing the best, especially in
Yeah.
Europe. Like you watch them play in Europe too, and it's like, yeah, they're definitely the best. Even we watched the game against Sporting, and it was like, yeah, they're. I think it was even, but I think Porto were
Mhm.
probably the better team.
Definitely. You know, as a Porth fan, I probably got to say it's Porth this year, because if I don't say it this year, when am I going to say it? 8 wins, the one tie to Benfica. I do feel like we've been dominant. The vibes are high. The fans are going crazy. The players are like loving it. They're so passionate. You see it after every win. They get so excited and like definitely seems like everyone's all in. Obviously, mentioned it earlier in the episode. Sam mentioned it. Huge turnaround from last season. It feels like we're kind of hard to stop relative to like Portuguese league. We have a lot of depth right now, but we still look human at moments. So it's like I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. I'm excited and I'm hopeful, but like going down to Moiranense, that was a tough game. Forest kind of exposed us a little bit. We came back down to earth, losing to Dice Ball in the big 2025. Uh, Even Benfica really hasn't been in their best form, and they came into our home stadium and got a tie. So all around, a lot of players. I could probably talk about Porto for hours and hours because they're my favorite team, but we've been really good. Broholt's really good. Samu's good when he's healthy. But I'm still a little scared of Benfica, despite what people might think. Mourinho's a legendary coach. Like I said, they got a big result when they came and played us. They're not doing the best, but they're still undefeated in the league and they're still hanging around. So not counting them out. And as I mentioned earlier, too, Sporting are still really good. It's easy to like not mention them without Gyökeres or without Amorim, but they're still getting results. And the 2-1 loss to Porto at home hurts, but like they're still there at the end of the day.
I'm
Tough.
sick of them.
Yeah.
This is I'm sick of Rui Borges. I can't
Yeah.
stand the
Rui
guy. But
Borges isn't reinventing
Uh,
the wheel or nothing, but point in case, rant be ending in Porto, I think, is going to win, but still not counting anyone out.
mhm. What about you, Ethan? Oh no,
I'm
I think
frozen.
I think we've lost Ethan.
He comes in and out.
All right.
I know.
We'll edit it.
Oh, okay, he's back.
Oh, he's
Ethan,
back.
what are your thoughts for the Portuguese league?
you know, I could sit here and say Boot's gonna win, but what I've seen from Sporting, honestly, I thought we were going to be way worse than what we're currently doing. Right now, like I know we played Tondela away, easy game, but I feel like if this was before Amarim, if this was like if we had a different coach, we'd be scraping that game, or they would have came and beat us. But like literally, just they maybe had 2 shots, maybe, and we just dominated. I know we lost the Poot. I understand that. I feel like we may have had the better chances, but William Gomes turned into I don't even know Robin, like
Yeah,
probably.
bro.
That goal was crazy. That
Dude,
goal was
But
ridiculous.
he's been unreal this year.
I still believe in us. All it takes is one game. What are we, 3 points behind? All it takes is one game. All it takes is Gil Vicente away. All it takes is Guimarães away.
Fair.
Braga away.
I
But
thought Moreirense was going to steal points from Porto on Monday. Unfortunate, but it's getting
Thank you,
closer.
Dennis
it
Gould.
is getting
Uh,
close.
Thank you,
Dennis
It is
Gould.
getting closer.
I
Dennis
thought Dennis
Gould.
Gould was done.
Dude, he's found his form again, man. Somehow, some
Luke de
way.
Jong just had to show up to get something out of this guy.
Yeah. Luke de Jong was solid before his injury too. I want him to be back. I like to see him play.
hmm All right, moving on to the next segment here. We have a winter transfer window preview. So I just brought one team I think that needs to make a move in January. West Ham are horrible. I can't watch them
Yes.
play. Like they look like they belong in League Two. Like they are horrible. Like I feel so bad for a guy like Jared Bowen and Paqueta because they're good players. Even Diouf, the left back, I love watching him play. Like I just don't understand how they're so bad.
Yeah,
Um,
that was kind of
I literally wrote
shocking
the
to
same thing.
me. I actually, funny enough, I wrote like Man United. Um, I feel
I
like
think so. I think Man United need like two more players to be
because
like actual like a
I
solid
I think
squad.
they have it in them, despite the horrible start, despite what everyone says, despite the loss to Grimsby. I really think they're like a couple transfers away from being a solid team, and obviously, the way it's gone the past few years, they might not really splurge out in a winter window. That might not be realistic, but if it was
Yeah.
like career mode and it was me, I'd probably like to see them get a nice goalie. Even though Onana's gone now, they were linked with Martinez and Diogo Costa not that long ago, and I feel like that would be a big help, and probably someone to help in the midfield with Bruno. I feel like their attack's really
Yeah.
good right now, but like a solid center mid, like it's not realistic right now, maybe in summer or something, but like someone who plays like a Froholt that can just like win them the ball fast, strong, help kind of slow the tempo and get service for their forwards.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Lamens or whatever his name is, the new goalie Man United have.
Yeah,
He's
Lamas has
he's
been
shown
pretty
better,
good.
definitely better.
promise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's fair.
he's
That's
Oh,
definitely
fair.
shown
way better.
promise. I agree with
It
the
helps that he's actually
midfield
tall.
take for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
It seems
midfield
like it
is
seems like overall the defense and like just the whole team is more confident with just
Yeah,
having him in the
yes.
net.
definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Because he actually comes out and grabs crosses, but I think winter Man United, I don't think we're gonna sign anybody. I kind of hope we don't because I don't want us to sign like a 30-40 million pound midfielder that's just gonna ride pine.
That's fair.
Like
Yeah.
I'd rather us wait for the summer, get an Adam Wharton and go from there. But I don't even know
But
if
You
we
need
want
you
to do
need
that.
Hillman is what you need. The best
dude,
midfielder in the
I was
world.
thinking that.
That's who you need.
No, we need.
I wonder
I think
how he
Adam
would look
Wharton.
in the Prem.
I know Joey Joey doesn't want to say it, but
you need the Danish Iniesta.
he wants Froholt. I know it.
I don't want Froholt, but
He
would
wants
be
a
good.
he wants a
Yeah,
runner. He
Joey.
wants a
No, you
runner.
want Froholt.
Yeah.
You
No, I
want
want
Froholt.
I want like I want Adam Wharton. I want a destroyer that's gonna like smash into people like Casemiro.
Adam Morton
I
is
want
solid.
I want a young version of Casemiro, basically.
I'd be
But I
interested
had
to
written
see
West Ham as well.
Elliot Anderson
He's good. He's a good
in
player.
Man United.
But I think he would just be another type of like a Bruno type player that he can drive into space and pick out a good pass. But he does work hard off the ball as well.
Yeah, he
I think
does.
Wolves. I wrote down Wolves. They need a they need a lot of help.
They need
I
something.
think honestly,
Wolves
they just
need
like
Jesus.
I think West Ham need players more than Wolves do. I think Wolves just need a new coach. I don't think their coach is giving them the best right now. West Ham, their players are old. They don't have the pace like anymore. Like besides Doof, none of their players. So it's like I think West Ham needed more transfers than Wolves do, but
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Wolves could do with a few.
kind of sneaky one outside the Prem. It's not a league that I know the four of us watch very much, as aforementioned, but Juventus kind of needs a striker right
Yeah.
now. They
Juventus, yeah.
they're in the league in like I want to say 9 games. All they have like 3 strikers that play: Jonathan David, Openda, and Vlahovic, and they've combined for like 4 goals in 9 games. They've had some close losses, and that's kind of like
What
the difference
happened
for
to
them right now.
Vlahovic?
Dude, the fall off honestly needs to be studied because he was just linked with Chelsea, and like he's been linked with so
Yeah.
many teams, and he was getting Holland comparisons at one point.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
He
kind of
was
crazy.
good for a little bit, man.
He was. They've had close losses too this year. Like they lost to Madrid 1-0. They lost to Lazio 1-0, and it's like, dude, if they had anyone that could score right now, they'd probably be pretty good. Or not
Yeah,
pretty
The
good,
coach
but
just got
better.
fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
They're
just
bringing
got
in
fired? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're
Tudor
bringing
got
in
sacked.
Spalletti,
Yeah, Spalletti.
so
Oh,
they
okay.
probably will be.
Maybe it's more of a
decent.
tactical issue than a player issue, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
something to
I
think
don't know.
about.
Sometimes
I'm pretty sure that guy Tudor told Weston McKinney he was too fat this summer.
Wow.
I was reading something about it. Weston McKinney was like,
What's McKinney
I was
like?
finally able to take my shirt off at the swimming pool this summer and then he proceeded to say that his coach basically said he was too fat.
It's because he's American, dude. They don't like him.
Ethan, did you have any other teams or players specifically to make a move in the winter?
Players to make a move. I feel like I don't know what position we need. I feel like Sporting need to make a move. I don't know what it is, but I feel like something needs to be done. Benfica is
Defense.
another team. Benfica, I think
Oh no,
you
did
froze
he
me.
freeze?
We lost him.
It's okay.
I agree with the
We'll let him
Sporting
come
we
back.
take
need to
though.
make a move. Again, I don't know what it is.
Oh wait, Ethan, you might have to say it again.
Rehash the Benfica
Alright.
part because we lost you for a
All
second.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know what position it is, but I think Benfica definitely need someone. Like I don't watch enough of Benfica to know like what it is, but
I know. We need a left back, bro. I can't watch Samuel Dahl no more.
What do you?
He's not cut out for it, man.
You were singing his praise the whole time.
Yeah, he was good last year as a backup, but he can't do it. He hears his name get called out in the starting 11 and he freaks out.
He can't do it. Oh my
No, we can't do it at the luge, bro. And then
Hey.
we bring in a guy like Obrador, and he's already frozen out of the club. He hasn't even been in Lisbon for 3 months. I don't know what's going on.
I forgot about Obrador.
He can't even play in the cup matches.
Uh,
Like, I have no idea. He doesn't play for the B team. He's just there for the wages.
Kubakio's been a good signing though. I feel like Chelsea honestly
Yeah.
should try to
Fabio
sell
was good.
someone in the winter if they can. If not, wait till summer. But we've got some dead weight hanging down in the reserves of the club right now. Like somehow Raheem Sterling is still on Chelsea right now, going into 2026. I don't even know how this guy
Just
still exists here.
he only trains at night. He's with the other team.
Yeah, no,
Dude.
he's stuck in the
Strasbourg.
Cobham prison, bro. He's in his prison cell.
That's
I
insane.
won't go too into
He's
depth
there
on
with
that,
the
but
Saucy.
Chelsea should definitely look to sell. I feel like as soon as possible when they can. We got a lot of guys.
Mhm. One thing before we move on to the next segment, obviously we've mentioned Semenyo quite a few times here. Do you? I personally do not think he makes a move in January. But do
No,
you think
no.
a club like Arsenal would try to get him, like trying to go all in for the Prem this year?
I don't think so.
They're still lacking on that left-hand side.
I could see it.
I
I could see
could-
either
I
them
could
or
see it.
maybe like a Tottenham or something feel like Tottenham's always been linked with him, but I think the deal never happens. But I
Mhm.
think it's finally gonna come. But again, Bournemouth's gonna replace him with some dude from like Africa or something like
I
that.
heard
Uh,
I heard a Man United fan say that we should get Semenyo and play him as a left wing back, but
Oh,
I
I
don't
saw
know.
that too.
I
I
don't
don't know
know
where
if
that
that
came
would
from.
work. This guy's like, imagine a front five of Amad Diallo and Bomo, Cunha, Semenyo, and then Sesko up top. Like,
That
who's gonna be
that guy
playing
plays
defense?
Yeah.
that guy plays too much career mode, bro.
Speaking of Man United left
Yeah.
back, how has Diogo Dalot been this year? Because I'm not gonna pretend I
I don't think
watch every game, but people like seem to talk about him like he's a terrorist.
he's terrible.
He is.
It's like what's weird is I understand he's playing on the wrong side. Like he gets the ball put on his weak foot. But then he tries to do like too much. Like he like when he plays right wing back, I think he does pretty good because he's a really good crosser of the ball. He's actually pretty decent like 1v1, like he has some skills. But when he's on his weak foot, it's not so strong. But then he still tries to do the same thing. So he tries to cross with his left foot, but he's not as good as crossing. So it's like I don't know. I
Yeah.
What
understand.
happened what happened with Dorgu? I thought he was like starting the season well.
He did get hurt for a little bit, and I also
Oh,
thought
okay.
I think he got like sent off one of the games too. So I
Uh-huh.
think he's just kind of just getting back into it right now.
Mhm.
But yeah, because it was like that with Ahmad too. Ahmad got hurt, and then he came back, but Dalot was still kind of playing on that right hand side. But
Yeah. Mhm.
Dorgu should be coming in, but Dorgu's kind of another one where I think Dorgu is really good, but he doesn't. It's just his decision making isn't always there. But he's a young player, so it is what it
Mhm.
is.
All right, moving on to the last segment of today's episode. We have everybody's hot take of the week. Um, if anybody wants to start off, and then we'll just sit here and then debate it afterwards to see if it's something debatable.
All right. I don't mind starting it off. I don't think mine's insanely controversial. I was struggling to think of a take. It actually has to do with two of my favorite teams for the most part. Barca and PSG. Barca and Port. Um, and my hot take is that I think Rodrigo Mora is just as good as the top wonder kids like Lamine Yamal, Estevao, Kubarsi, and Zaire Emery, and he just doesn't have the exposure. I think ability wise, he probably has the best goal catalog out of any of them. You go back and watch his goals, he has some crazy goals last year. He carried a team at 17, 18 years old. He basically put Porto on his back. Influential in senior games, dominated at youth levels, carried Portugal in the 2024 U17 Euro top goal scorer. He hasn't really reached the same heights in terms of like awards and records broken and things like that, but I think it's just because of exposure and the team he plays on right now. He definitely has some weaknesses. Sometimes he looks to shoot and looks to dribble too much, but I think he's a great dribbler, great passer. Lamine and Estevao kind of look cleaner when they dribble, but he still kind of has the same effectiveness. He can beat around defenders with relative ease a lot of the times, and I'd say a lot of his what holds him back is just kind of his decision making. Obviously, he's a teenager, so he's not got it all figured out right now, but outside of that, I think ability wise, trajectory wise, physical attributes, he can play so many positions. He's versatile. He can play the 10, he can play false 9, he can play on the wing. I feel like if he were to play at Real Madrid or PSG, which is where he's kind of been linked for a lot lately, I think people would talk about him different and he'd be up there with the likes of Lamine, Arda Güler, Estevao, all those people you hear about all the time.
Mhm.
That's
I
my
don't
hot
mind
take.
that.
I
I,
agree. I think Rodrigo Mora is nasty, and I think if he was on a good team, like a better team or a team that like competes in Europe, I agree.
Okay.
yeah, no,
All
I
right,
think
fair enough.
I respect the way he plays. I love watching him play, even as a Benfica fan. I think he's just one of those guys that's like rare nowadays, where it's like kind of like the same thing Lamine has, where it's like if something's going wrong in a game and you're losing, he's kind of just like, give me the ball and like
Yeah,
let
Yeah.
me do the
Yeah.
rest. And I feel like at such a young age to be a player like that, like, and just watching him play, I mean,
like
he's so good. It stinks. I hate that he's on the bench a lot
I
this
know.
year.
Yeah.
I haven't
Farioli doesn't believe in him. I don't know why.
I
I
haven't
mean,
totally
they
minded
also
it.
do have players that like were brought in to kind of like, I don't know, not like probably carry more of the load than he was supposed to, but I don't
Mhm.
know.
I
I
feel
I
like
feel
still
like
that,
it's
think he's
kind of
better
tough.
than Gabri Vega.
I think they're trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of was like thriving in a chaotic system last year, and like
Yeah.
everything was a mess, and he was just kind of like the diamond in the rough. But I feel like this year we have such a well structured team and stuff that kind of just want to like kind of form him to make the right decisions and like become a better all around player that can function in like a functioning. I feel like he was good. It was just like Sam said. It was just every game. Just give me the ball and close your eyes because we're not going to do anything else.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that he could do that at 17 years old, playing with grown men, like just kind of breaking out and just getting his first starts. But I think they're just trying to get him to be able to function in a good system. But with time, the world will know for
Yeah.
sure, I think.
Future
Yeah,
Ballon
Yeah.
d'Or
I
winner.
agree. I could see it. I could see it.
Guy relegated Boavista for God's
He,
sake.
he sent our rivals packing.
He did more than relegated, bro. He killed him once in Raw.
Yeah, he took him down.
All right, I don't mind going second here. This is gonna stir some things up. I would recommend taking a look at Joey's face when I say this, but my hot take of the week is I do believe Tyler Morton should start for England at the World Cup
Dude.
next summer. But
No
hear me out.
way.
Stop.
Stop.
Hear
Stop.
me out.
Stop.
Hear
No
me
way.
out.
Start?
No.
You think he should start?
Yes, it should be
Who would
him.
he start over?
It should be him, it should be Rice, and it should be Bellingham. But hear me out. I think this is something that England has been lacking. In every tournament, it's like they almost brought it home. They almost brought it home. And it's playing the same guys. You need a guy to go in there. This guy is a Busquets regen. He's the Michael Carrick regen. Just someone to go in there and control the game.
You're telling me
want
he's
guys-
better than Adam Morton? You think Tyler
I think
Morton
he's just
is
as good
better-
as him. I think if Tyler Morton stayed at Liverpool, he'd be their best midfielder this year, and he'd be getting called up to England every week.
No, that's not.
Yes,
Better than
I think-
Szoboszlai?
bro.
That guy
Szoboszlai,
belongs
bro.
in
That
the
guy's
French
always
league
aura
now.
farming, bro.
I
You didn't see what that guy did in his first week in the French league? Guy
Dude.
tripped him. He ran back on a straight red.
Good, bro. That's Brexit. That's England's identity.
That's what they
That's what we have in
need.
England.
Bro, he plays. Listen, the way that Vitinha has changed PSG in Portugal, that is Tyler Morton for England.
Wow.
And I'll leave it at that.
Wow.
All right.
You know, wait and see, I guess, man.
Well, this is a good cycle into my hot take. I think Declan Rice blows, and I think
He blew.
I think Adam Morton is the best midfielder in the Premier League, and I think he's better than Declan Rice. And I think Declan Rice has been living off these free kicks against Real Madrid for too long. Like, I think Declan Rice is good. I think Declan Rice is good. But I think, first of all, I think Caicedo's better than him. I think
I agree with that.
McAllister last season was better than him. McAllister hasn't been doing that good. And I think Adam Morton is the best midfielder in the Premier League, and I think he's better than Declan Rice.
So
You
next
think Adam
summer,
Morton is
Morton, Bellingham, and they bring it home.
Maybe. Maybe that's what they need.
you're telling me Adam Morton is better than Caicedo?
Yeah.
Guy.
Have you seen
Oh
Adam
my
Morton?
God, bro.
Have you seen
Dude.
Adam Morton?
Guy.
Guy,
Enzo.
guy warms
I-
up like this.
Adam Morton is
Yeah.
very good, but
That's how Adam Morton
I don't know
warms up.
about best in the Prem, but he is very
Guy.
good. He's very good.
Guy. Talk about
I
aura
think if-
farming. That guy's an aura farming guy. Please.
Wharton
Please.
Farmer.
How is he aura farming? He plays on a horrible team, and he's in the top top 6.
Who? Who's on a horrible team? Palace is nasty.
They're playing nasty. Guy, those guys are rejects. Ismail Assar, that guy's a reject. That guy was supposed to be good 10 years ago.
What do you mean? At Watford, he was nasty.
Dude, never
He
forget
played in the
Watford
Champions
versus
He
Liverpool.
bagged a hat trick against Liverpool on Watford.
Never forget.
Yes, I understand that. He did the same thing again to Man United. But I'm saying when Watford got relegated, he literally stayed there for a season before anybody got him.
He didn't.
Yes, he did.
Why am I blanking? What nationality is he?
Senegalese.
Oh, he is Senegalese, yeah.
Yeah, Senegal's attack is nasty.
Dude, NDI, man, he's good.
Oh, NBI is really good too.
Averd's attack is better. Evidently, because they qualified for the World Cup. I don't see Senegal qualifying for the World Cup.
That's a fair shout. Ethan, what is your hot take for this week? Oh, God.
I believe.
All right, everyone. Well, that wraps up episode 1. Or episode, I don't even know at this point, 5 years later. But we appreciate you all for tuning in. Make sure to click the subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram at the American Mates. And we'll see you again next week.